Hi, my name is Molly Dodge, and I am the author of the Sorority Please blog on WordPress.com, and I'm here to answer a couple of frequently asked questions about being in a sorority. So the first question that I'm going to answer is, what is a sorority? And basically what a sorority is a group of women, and to be in a sorority you have to be in college, and it is a 4-year long um, commitment, basically. Once you're out of college, there are many collegiate groups and alumni groups that you can, stay a part of for initiated members so that you can keep the sisterhood alive. But basically, it's just a club of women and friends and, to be able to share experiences with and do sisterhood events and philanthropy events. And it's a lot of fun, and I think it's one of the best things that any woman could do when they're in college. The next question I'm going to answer is, how does the rush process work? And rush is basically the recruitment process of when you decide that you want to go through and be in a sorority. You have to go through a week-long process, no matter if it's whatever school you go through. Every school has a recruitment week, and at my school it's a 4-day long process, and the first day is just basically the girls come in and we get to talk to them, they talk to us, and then every day they weed out their choices of where they think they belong, and we weed out our choices of who we believe would fit in our sorority and who wouldn't, and it's a very mutual decision. It's not about, oh, she's not pretty, we don't want her. That's absolutely not how it is. It's just we get the vibes from the girls and they get the vibes from us, and it's a mutual cut process. The second day is the philanthropy day, where we talk about our charity event, and a lot of girls decide what sorority they want to be in depending on what that sorority's philanthropy is and how they emotionally connect to that. So that day we do either get a lot of girls who come back or we get a lot of girls who leave, and it all just depends on, like I said again, how they feel like they're fitting in and how we feel they're fitting in. The third day is skit day at my school. I don't know how other schools do it, but at my school we do a skit day where we put on a skit, and it's usually really funny for the girls, and it just shows them our personality and things like that. And then the fourth day is pref night. And pref night is when it's between us and another sorority or however whatever school the girl goes to. It could be 3 sororities or 2 or anything. And you go to those last 2 or 3 sororities and you sit down and you really just get to have a heart-to-heart talk with the girls. And that's when you make your decision. That night you make your decision on which one you would want to be in. And then the next day is bid day, and you get your bid and you are in that sorority. But it isn't until about 8 weeks later that you get officially put in that sorority. Because you have to be initiated, and that 8-week process between when you get your bid and when you get initiated is like the new member process, and you learn about the fundamentals and the history of that sorority, and then you get to officially put the badge on after the initiation process, and it's very, very rewarding. The next topics I'm going to talk about are a little bit more serious. The first question is about hazing. And I know for a fact that my sorority does not haze, and I'm about 100% sure that the sororities at my school, which is Texas State University, do not haze as well. I think hazing is absolutely horrible, and I know that hazing has been a problem at other schools and other sororities in the past, and a lot of fraternities haze. And I just know that if I was a girl going through Rush and I got a bid from a sorority and I started to be hazed, I would quit. And I know that if I saw other girls in my sorority hazing, I would tell on them, or or if they asked me to haze, I would absolutely not do it, and then I would tell. It's just an absolute, you know, it's almost a little barbaric. I think it's so rude and disrespectful to not only yourself, the girl, but also the sorority. And it gives a bad light on everything. And there's just no room for it, I believe, in sororities at all. You're supposed to, when you decide that you want to be in a sorority, you're supposed to be in a safe place surrounded by friends and loved ones. And if any girl is going to haze you, then that is not a sister, and that is not where you belong. And I would suggest quitting if that ever happened. But I know that at my school and in my sorority, we do not haze. The next couple questions I'm going to answer are about stereotypes and typical stereotypes surrounding a sorority girl. And the first question is, are all sorority girls dumb? And that's not true at all. I feel like in a lot of movies and TV shows, they depict the sorority girl as the dumb, slutty, party girl, and it is very degrading and it's very disrespectful because in my sorority and every sorority in America, there is a GPA requirement. In my sorority, it's a 2.7. If you don't maintain a 2.7, you get put on academic probation, meaning you can't go to any of the social events or any of the fun stuff, basically. And then if you can't get your GPA up in that semester, you are dismissed from chapter, meaning you are no longer a part of that sorority. And I know every sorority has a um, grade requirement, and that's how we are able to keep up our GPAs. And so, no, I do not believe that sorority girls are stupid. I'm a 4.0 student. I have a lot of girls in my sorority that are. I have a lot of girls in my sorority that are Dean's List students, and you know, it's just it's disrespectful to have get that connotation because um, that's just absolutely not true. We strive on being smart and being women that go out and do really great things for our country or businesses and stuff, and we don't want to have that label as being a dumb sorority girl. The next stereotype is do you have to be a party girl to be in sorority? And that's absolutely not true. I don't drink. I don't like to drink. I rarely go out, and that's absolutely fine. I have just as many friends as I would if I did. And just because some girls want to go out and they're 21, or some girls want to get drunk, that has nothing that doesn't reflect on whether or not because she's in a sorority, just because she got drunk. That's just that girl. And so no, you don't have to drink or be a party girl to be in a sorority. The next stereotype is are sorority girls easy? And that's absolutely not true either. In every you know club, whether it's a sorority or whether it's basketball or whether it's the nature club, there's always going to be a girl who's probably a little bit slutty, and that's just the way that is. And that's just that personal girl's preference. But I just know for a fact that I'm a virgin. I have a lot of sisters who are. I have a lot of sisters who have slept with one guy or whatever, and that has nothing to do with whether or not you're in a sorority. And so no, we that I think that's also a very like disrespectful, you know, outlook on how a sorority is. And in the past, when you said you were in a sorority, people were very impressed by that, and they were like, "Wow, that girl is into philanthropy and she's smart and she is going to be a successful woman." And now it's getting such a negative connotation for being, dumb and easy and party girls. And I think it's really disrespectful when people who aren't a part of Greek life don't know what they're talking about when they say things like that. And so I believe that sororities should be seen in the other light, which is a positive thing, which is how they were supposed to be seen. And that's just my outlook on that. So those are all the questions I have. I might be answering a couple more questions in a later video. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Bye.